If you feel like your life is a hot mess right now, it might be causing you more harm than you think. Wasted time, inefficiency, stress, and overstimulation are just a few things that happen to us when our life is disorganized and all over the place. And to make matters worse, when our life feels scattered, it can feel hard to find the time to even slow down, pause, and get your things together. But don't worry, boo. I got you. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Tiffany Shelton Merritt-Ohl, neuropsychologist, published author, and founder of Mod Ambition. I post every single week on how to plan, manifest, and enjoy your dream life. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my life organization system so that you can flow through life instead of fighting it. I'll go through all the systems and the tools that I use to stay productive and organized, and I hope it helps you do the same. Okay, first up, the first system, of course, you guys know I'm going to mention is my Mod Ambition Planner. This is an organization system that helps me get everything done. Essentially, it helps me have it all, as I say, without the overwhelm. I do use a hybrid system of digital planning as well as paper planning. In my digital calendars, I have things like appointments, so I can have digital reminders, but I also have those in my paper planner as well. So this is one of the prototypes of the Mod Ambition Planner, and the actual ones, you'll see there's a large pocket here. This is modified, but essentially in this planner are my life goals, my values, all my goal setting work is at the beginning of this planner. That's how I keep all of that organized. I can refer to it even on a daily basis if I want to. My vision board is in here at the beginning. I also, because it is a binder, which is I designed specifically this way, I can add things. So I've added things like I have a habits and routine organizer, and then you will see I have my quarterly planning in here. So I plan my quarters in here, and then you'll see here I have my months plan. So this is April here, and then I have my daily and weekly planning. And because, like I said, it's a binder, I can also put inserts in here. I have my 12-week year scorecard template here that you can print below and as a free download if you want to use the 12-week year with your Mod Ambition planner or planner that you have. So, and then I do my weekly planning and my daily planning here, so I can time block and all those sorts of things. So that's my system to keep me on track in my day-to-day life according to where I want to go in my goals, which is in the goal planning section. And it's not something tucked away in a drawer that you just do at the beginning of the year and you never see it again. The second system that we keep here that I don't have here, but I'll insert B-roll is what we call a home binder. This is where we keep contracts of things around the home, receipts for things that have helped our home accrue value that you want to keep, you know, in case you sell your home one day. It's where we keep our home warranty, all the kind of organizational things that are like paper in a system we keep in this home binder that keeps us accountable. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. My husband is the one that put this together. He's probably listening to me make this video like, girl, you know you didn't do that. He put it together, but it is very helpful and I do use it. It's one of those systems that keeps us all together. My third system that I use here is like very old school. I just grabbed a random binder that I had in my house to create what I call my social media binder. But essentially, I'll show you how I use this system to organize. So first up, you will see I have at the beginning, have a month's calendar in the beginning to kind of map out all the YouTube videos that I want to post. Largely, my social media strategy is guided by my YouTube. That's my first and foremost goals that I have as far as building a community. And then secondary is TikTok, Pinterest, Instagram, but the front line is YouTube. And so with that said, I also have a weekly posting calendar for like my newsletter and my TikToks to keep me on track. I'll show you guys that. This is the template that I have, and I just kind of fill in what I want to post that week for TikTok. And then at the bottom, you'll see here, I kind of have like a list of the different content types that I do in short form. So I have my get ready with me's, my ASMR plannings, my vlog. I have the content tracker, which I will show you. Basically is how I track all the tasks for my YouTube videos. And so at the top, you'll see it has everything that I need to do to post a video. So it just keeps me in track so I don't have to think about it. I just go across this list and check them off. I have my brand guide in here for Mod Ambition as well as, so that's like the brand board. And then I have like a whole guide in here. after that. So yeah, that's my social media binder. So the next system that keeps me on track in my life would be my spiritual system. And there are a few different things that I have as part of my system, like physical things that keep me on track spiritually as a part of this system. So that would be my journal, journaling and scripting, my devotional that I like to read each morning. And then I also use mindful coloring books usually on the weekend if I just want to sit down and kind of clear my mind. I don't know what to do to relax. I like to pull out a mindful coloring book. Obviously, also my Bible. So I use the Bible app, which I think I'm going to talk about a little bit later. The next system, if you're a mom, could be really helpful. You might not know what to do with all those like kids' memories and drawings. So the way I organize our family memories are we do have an album that I just put the most important, most memorable things. So if they do anything with like a handprint or a footprint, or something really novel for the holidays, I'll put that in there. Obviously also like their school pictures, those kinds of things. So my kids are 3 and 2. All those other like coloring, drawing things, the system is the trash, okay? And then also I like printed family books. So anytime we go on a vacation or I'm trying to get in the habit at the end of each year, taking the best photos from like your phone and putting them in one of those memory books. So that's also a system that we use. If you're finding this information helpful, please smash that like button and be sure to hit subscribe. It really helps me stay motivated to bring you guys the best information on planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. The next system revolves around the kitchen specifically. So to keep this part of my life organized, I use a couple of things. I use a recipe binder and a meal planning kitchen magnet, which I've shown in videos a couple of times. I'll be adding clips here, I'm sure. The recipe binder is for me to keep recipes that have worked for us in the past, that are family favorites. I throw them in this recipe binder so that when I want to change something up and switch things up, I can just go to this binder and have already the recipes printed. I don't have to go on my phone or anything, or when you find a good recipe like on Pinterest, so I can print it out and I put it in there. The meal planning magnet, which stays the same most weeks until I need to change something and I'll pull a recipe from the recipe binder. But for the most part, it lists our lunch, our dinners, and the kids' meals for each day of the week. And then I usually like write some prep notes of things I need to prep for the week at the bottom and things we need to pick up at the store. Okay, moving on to digital systems. So these are digital tools that I use to keep my digital life organized. So this is sort of my digital system, if you will. So firstly, I do calendar invites with my husband to keep our family events on track. So like the kids, doctor's appointments, those types of things. I also keep up with a lot of my Dream Life Academy clients via email calendar invites as well. And then my Google Drive system is really, really robust. I've tried to move everything to my Google Drive and really spent a lot of time organizing it. And then all my YouTube content as far as like scripts and templates for scripts and those sorts of things, content has its own section in there as well, so that's been helpful. And then Google Photos, which is connected to my Google Drive, I have that on my phone as well, and it backs up all my pictures from my phone. Now this is a game changer. If you don't do anything else, I suggest doing this. Google Photos, if you download the app onto your phone, it automatically backs up all your photos from your phone. So if you ever get the message, or if you keep getting the error message on your phone that memory is running out, you can just go to your photos and delete everything that's stored on your phone, and it'll already be backed up in Google Drive, and you don't have to worry about like backing things up. And then you have all the storage again on your phone. So I create photo albums of like my products, albums of like my promo videos, and because it's part of my Google Drive, I pay for Google Drive, I have so much storage anyways, I might as well use it. For project management, things that I don't have in my planner, I will put into Trello, but admittedly, I have moved away from using Trello. Anything that I used to put in Trello is now in Google Drive, like in an Excel sheet, just because I want everything to be in one place. As I mentioned earlier, I use a subscription called Xero to do my bookkeeping and accounting. It links to your bank, so it's really convenient. Okay, moving away from digital back to physical, I guess. I also have what I call a brain dump notebook. and a desk whiteboard. So I'll show you the desk whiteboard that I have. I have it here. Basically, it's just a little whiteboard that I have on my desk that you can erase and write on just to brain dump random things that come up to your mind. I also have a notebook that I like to take notes in when I'm in meetings, if I need to write something down, or if I am working and I don't want to get distracted, but I have an idea, I'll write it usually in that notebook or in the bottom of my planner under the daily planning pages. Okay, my reading and learning system, I do read with a Kindle most of the time. Sometimes I do buy a book if I'm just in a mood of like holding a physical copy of the book, but I usually do use Kindle. And I used to take like notes on each book and like write them out or highlight in the book. But what I find to be most helpful now as far as my learning system goes is to apply that knowledge directly into where I'm going to use it. So let's say for my learning, let's say I'm watching a YouTube video and I find out something that's really helpful about how to make a YouTube video or something like that. I don't know, I'm just making something up. Instead of taking notes on that, I would go directly to where would I use that when I need it. So I usually have a YouTube script template. So I would maybe put it in there so I could refer to it there. And so instead of thinking about taking notes just for note's sake in a special place, like in a notebook or an Evernote on each book you read, I recommend putting it directly into a system that you're going to use when you need that information, if that makes sense. For my corporate job, I do have a system that helps me stay organized and productive, which is I have a work whiteboard, which I'll try to insert a video I did on TikTok about that.
Here's how I use a whiteboard to organize my corporate work. I basically compartmentalize all my work that I have to do so that I can look at my whiteboard, which I set on my desk, and know exactly what I need to do for each category of work. So my different compartments as a neuropsychologist include reports that I write for clients, managing work because I train externs that are training to become neuropsychologists. Then I separate out my to-do list for that actual day, different neuro reports that are priorities, and my running to-do list at the bottom. I set this on my desk and it helps with my workflow.
Now, implementing systems in your life is just kind of the first step in the process of being more productive and getting more time in your day. If you want more help in this category and even add 20 plus hours a week to your schedule, I want you to check out this video I did on 1-minute habits that saved me 20 plus hours a week. If you like this episode, please subscribe or follow the Mod Ambition podcast. Here's to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. Namaste.